This is our first after dark, after hours exhibit at the Arboretum, so people were very interested in seeing, what is the light like? What are these beautiful light installations like in the middle of gardens? I think people really love light, and I think in Minnesota, especially during the winter, you don't have much light, and so we crave that light. Bruce Monroe is a British large-scale light artist. This is his 12th exhibit in the world, and it is his 5th exhibit in the United States. While he has many pieces as part of his exhibitions, they are entirely customized and made fresh for every new exhibition that he does. The Arboretum is, we are part of the University of Minnesota. This is a 1,200-acre property, and not only are we famous for our beautiful gardens, but we have the premier commercial apple breeding research facility in the world here. I really love Aurum, which is the largest exhibit here, and it has 92,000 parts in it. Water Towers is right next to Aurum, and it is a set of 28 different towers. And in the towers, each of the towers is made up of 252 plastic bottles with LED running through them. The Good Seed was inspired by a Chronicles of Narnia story. In one part of the story, there was a Victorian lamppost that was out in the middle of a forest, in a snowy forest. And Bruce's thought was, what would happen if you had something like that and it erupted like a flower? The Good Seed has 19 different arms on it, and it will remain here at the Arboretum for 2 years. Minnesota Gathering is a really unique piece here. When Bruce was here to visit, Bruce thought of when he lived in Australia, and all of these cockatoos and Gaytee birds, who are very, very loud, would always come and sit on everyone's, wash lines that were in their backyard and in their trees. And he said, I want to put all of these Australian birds on these lines. So that is a pretty wild display, and kids are either love it or they're terrified. Well, I think that one of the reasons it is special to have Bruce Monroe at the Arboretum and in the Midwest is that this is the perfect intersection with art and nature with art.
Visit pioneer.org/postcards to catch up on missed episodes and to find out more about your favorite segments. This program on Pioneer Public Television is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008. Additional support provided by Mark and Margaret Yakel-Julien in honor of Shalom Hill Farm, a nonprofit rural education retreat center in a beautiful prairie setting near Windham in southwestern Minnesota. ShalomHillFarm.org. Live Wide Open, a regional movement that encourages people to make a great life for themselves in west central Minnesota. More at livewideopen.com. Alexandria, Minnesota, a year-round destination with hundreds of lakes, trails, and attractions for memorable vacations and events. More information at explorealex.com.